say we out here grinding, we working. I say we out here grinding, we working. I say we out here grinding, we working. I say we out here grinding, we working. Tell me how to do it and I do. Fueling my ambition like I'm filling up a pool. Ain't my choice, but it's up to me to choose. Hammer out my goals like I'm working with my tools. On the same page like the headline knows. Even Jimmy Fallon couldn't shake me out my roots. Best foot forward like we dancing with a groove. We gon' stay grinding till we all make a move.
Hey guys, it's Mrs. White. So for this week, it's going to be a little bit of a continuation from my video last week talking about business. And this week we are going to be talking about entrepreneurs. And that's like a pretty tricky big word, but the idea is really simple. An entrepreneur is someone that comes up with an idea and decides to start a business based on their idea. So they are their own boss. They decide what they're selling and who they're selling to and the hours they're working and where all the money goes. So it's a really neat idea. It's a little hard sometimes because you might have to take big risks or chances and take the money that you saved up and put it into your business, and you don't know if your business is going to work or it's not going to work. So that could be a little scary. A lot of entrepreneurs would say it is well worth it though. So, it's a little scary investing that money in your business, but then you get to reap all the rewards. So all of your profit that comes in, you get to decide what you do with it. So that's really cool. Again, I'm not going to talk much this week. I have a ton of videos of entrepreneurs for you to watch. And I first have to say that I don't own the rights to these videos. So I asked a couple adults to make a video or make some videos for you guys. And then I thought it would be really cool to show you some kid entrepreneurs. I talked a little bit last week about how you could come up with an idea yourself at home. And that's still true today. You absolutely can come up with any idea that you have, and there's a market out there, which means there is someone that is willing to buy that service or that idea or that product from you. So the kids that are featured, I found their videos from YouTube and Google and things like that. So I did a screencast to record the video, and the videos don't belong to me. I don't own them. I'm simply borrowing them. The only way I know how to share them with you while we're all working from home right now. It's a really cool idea so that you can see kid entrepreneurs in the making and hear the kids speak themselves. They're kids that are your age. And some started younger than you, some started a little bit older, some are, right around your age. And they'll talk a little bit more about their businesses and what that means. When you're in 4th grade here in Allentown, you do a project with your art teacher and your school counselor, and that basically focuses on creating a business. So we go through a business plan, you create a logo, things like that. And since we're not in school right now doing that, the best way that I can really bring that to you is through some links and through these videos. So I hope you enjoyed the videos today. I will post a bunch of different links for you to explore. And I hope you have fun with it. The whole part of creating your own business is that you get to be your boss and you get to decide what happens. So you get to decide if you're a grumpy business owner or a fun business owner. And I think that's why a lot of people go into business, because they want to have fun, they want to do it their way, and they want to be original about it. So I wish the same for all of you, and I hope that a lot of you right now are at home working really hard on Odyssey, but also being super creative in your brain and possibly thinking about different businesses that you could start yourself. And like I said last week, if you have a business or you have an idea, feel free to share it with your grown-ups at home, your teachers on Odysseyware or Google Classroom, and even your school counselors that are always on the last slide. So reach out with any questions or concerns you're having. Anything we can do to help, like I always say, you are still our main priority. We hope to see you soon, and until next week, just keep having fun and working hard. All right, see you later.
Hello, Dodd students and families and staff. My name is Jason Sizemore, and some of you might recognize me. I was the assistant principal at Dodd for 3 years, so the older kids at Dodd, I'm sure that I knew some of you. So hello to you. And to everybody else, I am happy to be here to be part of your Dodd Career Day or your career weeks this year. Mrs. White asked me to talk about two things. The first topic is that it is okay in your life to have more than one career. So that's my first topic. And my second topic will be to talk to you about what an entrepreneur is. So back to that multiple career topic. It might be something you never thought about, but there are a lot of people who have more than one career or more than one job in their life. Some people always knew their whole life they wanted to do one job, and they do that their whole entire life and they love it, and that's amazing. And then there's other people who like to try different things, and I'm one of those people who have had different careers in my life. Kind of connected to that, you might be asked a lot, I'm sure you're asked a lot, what do you want to be when you grow up? And for some of you, that question is so easy, you know. But for some of you, you might not have any idea, and that is okay. You're in school now, and you're just supposed to be here learning all kinds of different things. So if you're not sure what you want to be, don't stress about it. Just try different things out, see what you're interested in, and you will find your way. So, the big part of my career life has always been education. I was in public education for 21 years as a teacher, and then as an assistant principal, and then as a principal. And for all of those jobs, I did need a lot of different degrees. So to be a teacher, I needed a bachelor's degree. So I went to Penn State, as well as some community colleges classes in Harrisburg for 4 years to get my teaching degree. And then you do student teaching, which is like practice teaching with a teacher. And then you also take some tests to get your teaching certificate. And I taught in Harrisburg, I taught in New York, and then I taught in Allentown. Mostly kindergarten, first, second grade, but I also taught up to 8th grade in New York. And then I went back to school and I got my master's degree at Lehigh University to become a school administrator. Again, some tests you have to take, and also an internship, which is working with a principal and practicing your skills. So I then was an assistant principal and then a principal. And I love doing all of those jobs for many different reasons. The common part of all of my careers is that I know that I love working with people, I love teaching people, I love learning from people, and I love helping people. So you'll see that is always part of what I've always done, and part of what I still am doing in this new part of my life. So while I was teaching and being a principal, I also loved cooking. And I am someone who eats a vegan kind of a menu, which is food with no animal products. So no meat, no eggs, and no milk. And that might sound weird to you, but I know a lot of kids in a lot of my schools were eating that way, or eating vegetarian, which is eating no meat. So anyway, I have been eating that way for quite a few years, and a lot of my friends and family liked what I was making and wanted the recipes and wanted me to teach them. So I would share recipes, and the more I thought about it, I thought maybe I could teach people to cook this way who were interested in more of a structured way and more like a little cooking class. So I started doing that on the side while I was still working in the schools, and it really was taking off, and I really loved doing it. And I was still teaching, I was creating, and I was learning from the people who I was teaching, because I think you always learn while you teach, and I really, really enjoyed that. And I thought, what if this could be a business? So when you have those thoughts of finding something that you love doing and thinking of turning it into your job or into a business, that's what being an entrepreneur is. It's having your own idea and then taking charge of it and making that into your job or your career. Nobody else is in charge, so it's a little bit scary because you don't have a boss. You're your own boss, and you make all the decisions, and you're in charge of keeping yourself motivated and keeping all of the work going and running the business. So I started teaching cooking classes, and people liked it, and I liked it, and I was doing it while I was still working in the schools. And the more that I did it, the more I really felt excited to make a big decision, which was scary, to go ahead and start my own cooking class business, which meant I would have to leave working in schools. which I'd done for a very, very long time. So it wasn't a quick decision, but the more that I thought about it and the more that I planned, the more that I felt like I was ready to do it. And at the same time, I was also working with a foundation that was doing mindfulness in our schools, which I know that you've had at Dodd, and it's called the Pratyush Sinha Foundation. And I loved how mindfulness was helping the kids in my school, the teachers and the staff in my school, and me in school and in my own life. And I really did not want to give up that part of working in schools. So I decided to, in addition to doing my cooking class business, to keep working with that foundation to keep bringing mindfulness into schools. So I work a little bit behind the scenes with the foundation, with some of the planning, but I also go into schools. I had gone into Union Terrace in Allentown this spring until the coronavirus came and taught mindfulness. So that is where my career is right now. I run a cooking class business and I teach mindfulness. And you can see some cooking class videos on my website, which Mrs. White is going to post in this post, which is vegancookingwithjason.com. And you can also see some of my mindfulness videos at the pratyushsinhafoundation.org website, because we've been teaching mindfulness now on video since we can't go into the schools. And to answer some of the other questions for this interview, for my new businesses, I didn't have to go back to school and get a whole bunch of new degrees. I did take some classes about running your own business and about being an entrepreneur and all of those decisions and all of the planning and all of those kind of things. But I used so many of my skills from being a teacher and being an administrator in my new career. When you're cooking, it's amazing that you use math, you use science, you even use art because you're making your food look nice. You use social studies because you're cooking food from all over the world. And you definitely use ELA, writing and reading, because I have to write down my recipes, people have to understand them, and then I do a lot of learning on my own by reading other recipes and researching and seeing how things work together. So you use all of your skills in cooking and in mindfulness as well. I have to use a lot of the skills that I used as a classroom teacher and as an administrator when I'm teaching mindfulness to kids and adults. I think that pretty much covered all of the questions. So thank you for visiting with me today. I hope you're all, again, doing well and hanging in there. And even though I can't see you, it's good to see you and connect with you, especially the kids who I knew from Dodd. Good luck. Have a great rest of your school year. Have a great summer. And check out both of the websites I mentioned in the comments below. And check out some more videos. Do some cooking along with your parents. And do some of the mindfulness videos. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Hi, Jenny. All right. So thank you for being part of Dodd's Career Day about the restaurant business. Can you introduce yourself and tell us about your restaurant?
I am Jenny Lim. My husband and I own a Malaysian restaurant in the south side of Bethlehem. It's called Jenny Kuali. It's at 102 East 4th Street, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
And how long have you been in the restaurant business?
Well, in this particular one, will be coming up 8 years on the 15th, but I've been in the restaurant for more than 40 years.
Wow.
My parents used to own one in Allentown, called the house.
How did you learn about running a restaurant?
Well, we kind of live in the restaurant more or less when parents work there and my family. So a lot of time when we come home from school, we would just out and help out. And from there, I guess, kind of learned the trick.
Great. What do you like about running a restaurant?
I like meeting a lot of different people, learning the different type of food and the different ingredients to use for each recipes, and meeting lots of wonderful, people.
Are there any challenges with running a restaurant?
Yes, definitely. Especially, a lot of times that was one thing. You have to have reliable help. I don't have family working anymore. They kind of like burned out on business, so they said, no, we're not going to be anymore. So, and on like outside help. And sometimes it's hard to schedule the right people, so you do it yourself. The extra time and to try to make it go.
Okay. And can you think about, if you think about what kids learn in school with math and reading and science and social studies, do you think they need any of those skills if they want to own their own restaurant?
Yeah. As far as math, you probably need to use it to do like your accounts and stuff when you do your bookkeeping, for your bank.
Mm-hmm.
And English is good if you're able to communicate, as you get better. And I guess even history will be good too, because you learn about culture and, of different people that come together.
Great. Okay. Do you have anything else you'd want to say?
Just keep positive and keep your dreams, look up with your dreams, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to fulfill what you dream for.
That's great advice.
For
Thank you. So Dodd families, go check out Jenny's Kawali. They're on the south side of Bethlehem, which is not too far away from you. Right now they do takeout, and then when we're all allowed to go out and about, you can visit the restaurant and meet Jenny. All right, thank you, Jenny.
You're welcome. Thank you, Jason.
Shark Tank Your Life, something special today. The competitors are kids, 3 young entrepreneurs who say age is no barrier to starting a business. Today's judge, Shark Damon. Johnny Damon, you've mentored some young kids. What's the big message you're trying to instill in them?
Well, first of all, they have to really be focused on their business, and they still have to learn as they're going. They have to really be laser focused. A lot of times, even adults get, off track.
And what about parents? Can they help bring these lessons to kids?
Absolutely. You know how you have time take the kids to soccer and everything else? Sometimes there's entrepreneurship time. And you should always, get them little digital books on entrepreneurship.
Well, that's a good idea. And watch Shark Tank too. Our kids love to do
Absolutely.
that. Before we meet our guests, let's take a look at how they got here. Meet brothers Sebastian and Brandon Martinez from Florida. Their company, Are You Kidding?
We love socks. My brother loves crazy socks. And one day, my mom asked him if he wanted to design a sock. And I came up with my cool ideas. These socks are cool for playing dancing, basketball, or just looking cool. Our mom helps us with all the hard work, like shipping and financing. We started last year and we made more than $15,000. Now we want to take this company and make it a brand.
Next up, Alina Morse from Michigan and her company, Zollipops.
I came up with Zollipops because I love sugar and candy. Sugar's terrible for my teeth. So I asked, why can't we make a healthy sucker that's good for your teeth? Then Zollipops were born. Last year, we made $70,000 in sales. My dad is my consultant in my business. I am the idea person. I come up with the designs of how we want our Zollipops and the packaging to look. My dream for our company is that every kid in America has a clean mouth, a healthy smile, and they have a Zollipop in their hand.
There's some good ideas right there, so let's get started right now. First up, Sebastian and Brandon. They got a lot of products, a lineup of products full of color and creativity. There they are, come on out, guys. Okay, Sebastian, take it away.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Sebastian Martinez, and I'm the CEO of Are You Kidding? And I love socks. And my brother's name is Brandon, and I'm the director of sales, or you could call me DOS. Our socks are very colorful, comfortable, and very, very wacky. Every kid and grown-up will want a pair or 2. Or even 100. Our business is off and running.
Hold on, guys. So what do you think, Damon?
I love it. So hey, guys, you know what? Everybody's watching. If you had to sell your socks to one person out there, and they could be watching, who would it be?
You.
I love it. That is a salesperson. I love it.
These guys have their pitch down, huh?
They have it down pat. Now let's see what the socks you have. Right? You have eyeballs on yours,
Googly
hands
eyes.
on yours, right? And you did $15,000 this year?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you make all the sales?
Yeah.
Wow, amazing, amazing.
Way to go, guys. Excellent pitch. Next one up, Alina. Her creation will have kids and their parents smiling from ear to ear. Come on out, Alina, and take it away. Here she comes. Go for it.
Hi, Shark. I'm Alina Morris. I'm 9 years old, and I'm the creator of Zally Pops. What kid doesn't love candy? But our parents are always telling us, no way. Too much sugar. One day, I had enough. That's when I came up with the idea for Zally Pops, a lollipop that cleans your teeth and tastes great. Yeah. My family and I work together to make the after you eat treat a success. We're growing every day. With Zally Pops, you'll enjoy every last lick and have a clean mouth and a healthy smile for years to come. Now that's what I call a sweet deal. Don't be a dum-dum, have a Zally Pop.
I love it. I love it.
I gotta take some home. I'm gonna grab some right here. What do you think, Damon?
Well, let me ask you something. You're supposed to know exactly what you're selling. Can you put your Zally Pops in 3 words?
Amazing, clean smiles.
Great. I know a mean little man who needs a clean little mouth named Kevin O'Leary. I got a sale for you. All right. Great. I love it. I love it. It's amazing. Can I have one? All right.
Yeah,
you know what's great, Damon? What these kids do, they put so much work into the pitches. You can see the ad in the pitch.
Yeah, but let's not even forget. How much did you do in sales this year?
You mean last year?
Last year.
About $70,000 in sales last year for our company.
$70,000.
Wow. Couple years of college right there.
Yeah. I was 30 when I finally made that.
No,
that is amazing.
That is unbelievable. And you guys all did great. I think we got a lot of winners here.
We have winners. And you know what? I'm very happy because you know what? I love when I see kids who want to be sharks more than anybody else. There you go.
Now that little girl who's already becoming an internet sensation, a super seller without using any tricks. In just 3 days, you have made her the most viewed story in 2020 history on Facebook. 3 million views and growing. Here's Jay Shadler with the reason why.
The name of my company is Super Business Girl.
Okay.
Now today, I am seeking a $20 investment. I'm going to purchase the necessary tools I need to expand and grow my business. Our mission is to recognize the true potential in every child.
11-year-old Asia Newsom could sell dust to a desert, or Detroit to itself.
Detroit is a wonderful place. It's been a lot of negative things on the news, but Detroit is still a great place to start a business. I mean, I sell my candles here. Like, I make pretty good money. So
Asia is co-founder and CEO of Super Business Girl, a little company she runs with her parents, selling homemade candles to buy clothes and food for needy children, as well as her own school supplies.
Were you always good at this kind of thing?
Well, I think so. Since I was about 4 or 5 years old, I always had, I don't know, a little Powerball that keeps me going. Hey, now.
With her dad, Michael, always nearby, we watched Asia make her pitch on sidewalks, markets,
I am seeking a $20 investment.
and city barbershops.
One word to describe her: fearless.
My name is Asia Newsom.
And effective.
Thank you very much. Good doing business with you.
Has she sold you anything?
Of course. She stole my heart.
And not just his.
The name of my company is called Super Business Girl.
Good for you, darling.
Now today, I'm seeking a $20 investment so I can purchase the necessary tools I need to expand and grow my business. And then in return for the $20.
How about a $100 bill, sweetheart?
Oh my.
Look at me, look at me. What? How's that?
Awesome.
Well, here you go, sweetheart.
Asia's classic power pitch, sealed with a kiss from a stranger. While spending time with Asia, I couldn't help wondering what she would do with that same litmus test we showed you earlier.
If you had to sell that pen to me, how would you go about doing that?
Excuse me, sir. Hi, how are you?
Good.
Well, I'm fantastic. My name is Asia Newsom, and I'm known as Detroit's youngest entrepreneur. And I really need you to help me out with this $15 investment. And in return, I'll give you this beautiful gray pen. I mean, like, don't you have a notebook? You really need this.
Where's my wallet? You're good.
So good that even when Asia fails to close a deal,
I do not even have any cash on me.
she usually manages to keep a door open.
And we're actually hosting a bazaar that maybe you might be interested in selling your product.
So I'm training to be an entrepreneur.
For cynics who might be thinking she's just running a glorified lemonade stand here, listen to these folks.
She really understands business concepts a lot better than most adults that I interact with, and it's just a natural thing.
Dave Anderson, along with his partners Mike Ferlito, Amanda Lewin, and Brian Davis, own Bamboo Detroit, a business incubator for startups and entrepreneurs.
Perfect.
A year and a half ago, Dave bought a candle from Asia on the sidewalk.
Go for it.
Filmed their encounter and raved about her sales technique to his partners.
So she came into Bamboo. I'm like, how old are you? When I was 11 years old, I was playing with Power Rangers, and immediately I'm like, let's do this, let's get on board.
So now the company gives Asia free space and internet support to develop her business.
You're going to learn this in this class.
And train other kids in the art of the sale.
They taught me about how much money do I have to invest back into my business.
Bamboo Detroit staff even offered a few tips on how she might improve her celebrated sales pitch.
Like sometimes I can be a little scripted, but when I really add my personality and myself into it, like, excuse me, they're like, oh my God, hi, how are you? Of course, here's $1 billion.
Here's $1 billion.
I melted some wax and then I poured like scents and dyes in there.
What are some of your dreams for Super Business Girl?
To have Super Business Girl stores and, you know, just different places, like the Walt Disney store.
Oh, right, sure.
They can buy my Super Business Girl merchandise. Excuse me, sir.
But not every sales pitch ends like a Disney movie. Sometimes the magic doesn't work. Cold calls and cold shoulders are just part of the game.
If you just had to pinpoint the few things that people who want to be salespeople do wrong, what are they?
They're not motivated enough.
People give up?
Yes, people give up. Opportunities can walk away like that.
Of course, childhood eventually walks away too. Asia knows that and seems to be preparing for the day.
You know, you're so cute that makes the selling easier.
Well, a little bit, because as I'm getting older, it's not fading away, but just a little bit I have to step up my game. Because it's not going away, but I don't know, it's like fading just a little bit, a little bit.
Where's it going?
I don't know.
I know.
To other children that I'm teaching.
They say even a candle can push back the darkness. Well, Asia's already sold a lot of candles. And tonight, Detroit's a little brighter for it.
Now today, I am seeking a $20 investment.
And Motown has a new supreme business girl.
I'm the boss of the game, that's what people call me. Now people get it right. My daddy's Money Mike, I'm bona fide. Super Business Girl, 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 girl.
Once I saw like ideas that made me want to, start a cookie business, and the business just came in effect. It just came along quick. When we first started, it was 3 cookies for $1, and we usually made $300 a day. And then now we're actually 3 cookies for $5. So we increased our sales, and after that, we incorporated the business in 2012 into LC Corp. We have multiple. Once I saw like ideas that made me want to, start a cookie business, and the business just came in effect. It just came along quick. When we first started, it was 3 cookies for $1, and we usually made $300 a day. And then now we're actually 3 cookies for $5. So we increased our sales, and after that, we incorporated the business in 2012 into LC Corp. So we have multiple.
Did it because I wanted to take the business to the next level. That was my goal. We had people who were interested, big companies who wanted Mr. Corey, QVC, Target, and I couldn't fulfill what they wanted. I lied and made it seem like I could, but I really could not.
And now we're actually online, we're selling cookies online, so it's amazing and we're growing.
Our goal is to hire 70% single mothers in the workforce field, and single mothers don't have an opportunity to get great jobs. I am a single mother, and you don't even have to have the experience, because I want to give those people chances. Why not? Somebody got to start somewhere. When you're a single mother, you make sacrifices, right? So I want those mothers to give them an opportunity. I don't know what they'll become, but at least I want to be a part of that history for their future, so they could provide for their child. I'm blessed. I truly am blessed to work with my son, because starting your own business, it takes a lot of hours, it takes a lot of time out of your day, and it's a lot of sacrifices. And a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, I should say, or business owners, that they put 80+ hours or 120 hours in their business and they don't even get to see their kids. So I am blessed that fortunately that I get to spend that time with my son, because we're both in business together.
If you're another kid or an adult, if you want to start a business, do what you love, have fun. Don't do it for the money, because your customers are always gonna know they're doing it for money. Do it because something you like, you want to do it every day, you don't want to keep going to sleep, you just want to keep doing it, and that's how you find your passion. So that's my advice. The sky's the limit. Everything is awesome. Be yourself, be funny, have fun, and eat a cookie. Life is too short to not eat a cookie.